glad you could make it today.
And welcome to the Vancouver B Movie Factory. My name's Jimmy Stewart, I'm the creator, and we have an exciting one today. Normally there's a bunch of comic books now that have been made into movies. Well, we're gonna do something different. We're gonna make a movie into a comic book. So let's go see what the panel has to say. Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Welcome, welcome. How about introducing yourselves?
I'm Jim Eliason, I'll be the talent coordinator, and my favorite animal is the ocelot.
Hi, I'm Bevan. I'm going to be the director for this particular movie, and my favorite animal is the black bear.
Hi, I'm Corinne Martel. I'll be the director of photography, and my favorite animal is the wolf.
I'm Jeff Ellis from Cloudscape Comics, and my favorite animal is my pet cat.
And I'm Jimmy Stewart, and this is the Vancouver B Movie Factory. Well put, guys. We have an exciting one today. I love this inspiration. There's a lot of movies out there right now that are based on comic books. I thought we'd be very interesting if we twisted it. Let's make a movie into a comic book, right? And our inspiration is here to inspire us to do just that.
Yeah, hi. So we are Cloudscape Comics. We're a nonprofit society in Vancouver. We've been publishing comics for the last 7 years. So these are some of the books that we've produced. Every year we do a completely different book under a completely different theme. So as you can see, each one's a different format. We've got humor, history, travel, science fiction, and our newest book about the ocean. So each one's showcasing art from in and around the city, and I think they have a really diverse array of stories to tell, and I think there's a lot of different material you guys could pull out, because I think comics are a lot more than just superheroes. There's a lot of different genres and different types of stories that you could touch on.
That sounds great, actually. I'll have lots of fun framing up those shots. That'll be great.
Cool. Any ideas?
I liked your idea of everyone coming in a freeze frame. That sounds really great. Depending on what the story is, you know.
Yeah.
What the story is will depend on what I choose for frames and things like that. It should be fun.
I know one thing that in sort of previous discussions that we ended up going back and forth on is just how much of a cohesive story is it going to be? Is it going to be sort of one single story which is told by all the images together, or is it more just going to be kind of a melding of scenes from different genres and different styles? And certainly one thing to consider is that the Cloudscape artists, there's a wide variety of style. There's some realistic styles, some very cartoony styles, some sort of manga, some more abstract stuff, and each one is only probably going to be contributing like 1 or 2 pictures. And so whatever story we end up with would need to be something which takes advantage of the fact that the pictures are going to be in very different art styles.
My own style is probably a little more in the photorealistic side, but I mean, I don't tend to do a lot of the real like traditional comic book style either. So, but I mean, I think we also have a lot of interested artists who have a little more of a stylized approach, and I think that it could be interesting just to, instead of necessarily representing it as a realistic image, maybe actually bringing a little bit of that more cartoony kind of flavor to it, so that you can have the exaggerated features and just a little more, maybe even just like a little more of sort of that, I don't know, kind of comic book effect coming in the backgrounds and in the speech balloons surrounding the art would be kind of fun.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
In the end.
Yeah,
And meld them together.
Humor and horror are definitely 2 genres which a lot of the Cloudscape members are interested in.
That's good.
And it's also, I mean, it's harder to imagine 2 genres that are the more extreme ends of the spectrum. And so I think that makes it interesting because if there's going to be both of them in the presentation, then there's really going to be a big variety in what's going to be going on in the final movie.
So what's the third genre do you think that we would do best with, Bevan?
I don't know. I mean, I can see a lot of people going for something more fantastical, sort of a fantasy or science
Like
fiction
superhero
theme.
kind of.
Yeah,
Sci-fi, fantasy.
superheroes would definitely be a possibility, and we have done books that have just been on science fiction or been on fantasy, so there's definitely a lot of interest there.
If I could make a suggestion in general, I
Sure.
would say, well, you've got 3 genres in the comic book world. Maybe you could have some kind of thread to tie between all 3 stories too. Like potentially each story leads into the next. Maybe you have a character kind of tumbling through
Oh, yeah,
comic
that's a
book
great
genres or something. I
I
mean,
like that idea.
Yeah, merge them kind of.
I mean, I don't know. I would almost think maybe you want to think about which genre you want to have happen first and in what order, and how you want to transition
That's what I
between
was
those
thinking.
genres.
Well, that is true.
Maybe we should end with the horror.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
more
that's certainly a
intense.
possibility.
Yeah.
I mean,
Building up to a very intense
Yeah, exactly,
climax.
and then boom, done.
certainly ending with either the horror or the humor, you're going to be getting a very different movie.
Perfect.
Here's an idea if we're going to bring the superhero, then humor, then horror, is that maybe you could start, seems like have a straight superhero movie, and then after a while you then kind of realize it's not actually, it's that the person is pretending to be a superhero, and so we kind of snap to just the person pretending to be a superhero, and then that's humorous. And his fantasizing, his interest in the comics, and then after we go on with that for a little bit, then we go to horror. Like maybe superhero. No, he's pretending to be a superhero in his house. He hears something in his house, and that turns out to be the horror element.
I think that's really a fun idea.
Maybe he's wearing sort of a goofy variation of the costume, like even
Maybe.
just has like a long towel.
Maybe he trips on his cape.
Yeah, I
on
was
his
just thinking
cape.
that. Yeah.
You know,
I like that a
that could
lot.
be the thing that ties everything together, guys. He finds something on the ground that looks like a cape. He puts it on, and becomes that very first panel, first superhero thing. He finds something on the ground, puts it on, and becomes a superhero in his mind. We go comic book superhero, and then his friends show up. He tries to explain what type of superhero he is, and then the cape it actually ties him up, and he falls down in that panel. And then we come in now in the horror thing is that cape is actually what is the evil. In the,
Maybe,
in the
yeah. I
thing.
mean, he could be shrouded under the cape. It could become more of a cloak, or
Yeah, or maybe the horror one is after everyone else has left and he's feeling depressed, and then the cape attacks him or something. If we are going to be having sort of the cape be sort of the thing which ties all of them together, then I think that it should more directly be sort of the horror thing at the end. Like,
or maybe because he's got a cape, then it turns out he's a vampire.
Could belong to a vampire. Comes back for it.
Oh, there's an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one's going to think
boom.
vampire, actually, because he's a superhero and he's got this cape,
Yeah.
right?
And we
That'd be a
lead,
great
we lead the
surprise,
audience in the
actually,
world
for the end.
of comic
Yeah,
books,
I like
as
that.
opposed to.
I mean, but it could be like, a red cape, like Dracula's worn a red cape.
Sure.
Yeah,
too,
exactly.
so,
Perfect.
like,
I like that.
another possibility for the horror one might be that if he gets embarrassed in the humor one and then he leaves the room, and like the first panel of the horror one potentially is him leaving the room, and then he comes back and finds that all his friends are dead with their blood drained, and the
Nice.
vampire is standing there, and then he asks for this cape back.
That's cool.
I like that.
yeah,
That's great.
and that just you're ending with the shot of the vampire just as a frame, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for
I
holding
like
his
that a lot.
cape or whatever.
Lots of shadows. Yeah.
Very cool.
I like
I
it.
mean, that seems like a pretty good outline.
Yeah, and that works well with the freeze frames for each coming and going for each one. You got good ideas for
I do.
framing them?
Yep.
Cool.
I like the story, the way it's developing a lot.
Yeah.
We'll have
Gonna
to
be
get in
fun.
touch with our artists and make sure we got nine people willing to put some unique styles down.
Okay. So I think this is great. What do you think so far?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. I love it.
It's really coming
Yeah.
together.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I think we should take this back to the group and see what they have to say. All right?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
stay tuned, guys. That's what we'll do. It's finally here. The show that you've been waiting for. The Vancouver B Movie Factory, where movie making dreams come true. Check your local listings for airtimes. Right, we're here at Cloudscape's secret lair, conveniently located in Memorial South Park, on the field house, top floor. Let's go take a look at what our gang is up to. The Vancouver B Movie Factory members all crowded into a small room to take a look at what we did in the studio. Well, we're going to do something different. We're going to make a movie into a comic book. So let's go see what the panel has to say. Stay tuned, guys. That's what we'll do.
That was all right. Wasn't as bad as I thought.
And now it's time to come up with some more ideas.
Comes in and lunges at him. The girl who's on the ground like half dead, with her dress torn a little bit. Grabs his leg, and then he falls, and the guy pulls out the stake. We now realize what he was doing, and then and then the embrace, and then wherever the last frame will be. Now it's time to take these ideas to the Cloudscape members and see what they have to say. And then it goes to the panel. Boom. Superhero surrounded by bad guys. Second panel, fighting, disposing of the bad guys. Third panel, bad guys are like piled up and all discombobulated, standing like this, big man.
Right.
What we do that day.
Okay.
He could, rub his head and go into a fantasy world.
Okay. Okay, so this is like another live action.
Yeah, but a wide shot, as Jimmy suggested.
Okay.
And is that the point where he's got other people around him?
Yeah, he's gonna have the cape, people around him, and then to the panel. Boom. Superhero.
There's like a shard of the mop, but some of the mop's upstairs.
Yeah, thumbs down. This is a good idea.
Attacking him, then it's kind of like, and it falls dead.
Animalistic vampire, not a typical,
Yeah.
like Nosferatu, sort of a wild vampire. Exaggerated features, ears, fang.
Like here, so maybe he
So for the cape,
carries
the cape isn't being tied in the horn.
mops stuffed in the vampire's back, and romantic final panel, the end. All right, cool.
Right, the meeting just ended. I'm very excited. A collaboration between artists and filmmakers. This is going to be exciting to watch, so stay tuned. It's finally here. The show that you've been waiting for. The Vancouver B Movie Factory, where movie making dreams come true. Check your local listings for airtimes. It's shoot day! And we start with a script read.
Alright, panel 2. Hero Man pummels his enemies with superhuman strength and speed. Wham! Smash! Pow! Hero Man stands dramatically over the unconscious villain with his cape flapping in the wind.
Time to take this party outside.
Or maybe them back and him forward there. Okay. Reverse that. You go back and they come forward.
That's when you're close enough to the cape to notice it, and then you change direction and head towards the cape.
Makes sense. I got it. Okay. Background action.
And action. Oh, and cut.
Okay, good. Speed one, scene one, take 6. Background action.
Meanwhile, back at Cloudscape,
Okay, we're an hour into the process, and I think they're running behind schedule here. Sure hope they can do this. Let's take a look.
A mark, scene 2, take 1.
And action.
And then stand there, whatever's gonna be Andrew, but then he can get a side shot of the other colors.
Okay, sure.
One thing I don't like is it's really, the light is making it bleach really out. You see in the corner here?
Right. And action.
With the cape suit, Cubus.
What's a superpower? Being a moral?
Leave him alone!
meanwhile, back at Cloudscape,
Yeah.
Okay, so we're about 4.5 hours in. They're doing really well. I like what they're doing, and I know you will. Let's continue watching.
And action.
Frame.
Action.
What was that?
I think it's time for a little makeup.
Pretty good way.
I need to raise something.
Not yet.
Yeah, great. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, it's been 5.5 hours, and things are going really well. People are kind of dead tired, but it's going really good.
Cameras in position.
Well, there's 2 cameras going. I'm waiting for mine because I don't have the right to see what
B
happens.
camera, are you good?
All right.
No, I'm just focusing right now. I don't have much light.
Scene 3, take 8.
Action.
Meanwhile, back at Cloudscape,
The basic idea is there, for example, your talent. We'll be using Photoshop cam.
things are going really well. All you have to do is
Watch our film!
It's finally here. The show that you've been waiting for. The Vancouver B Movie Factory, where movie-making dreams come true. Check your local listings for airtimes.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. So that was fun, guys. Did you all enjoy it?
Loved it.
Oh yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I loved the area we were working in. I found it really good. I could be creative with, the script and things like that, and I loved it. It was awesome.
So Jeff,
Yeah.
how do the people out there get in contact with you at Cloudscape?
Well, I mean, best thing they can do is go to our website at www.cloudscapecomics.com, and all the information's right there. They could even visit us at our studio, which is open every Wednesday evening from 7:30 p.m. And that's, I think, where a lot of the movie was shot, if I believe I'm correct there.
That's true. So you guys ready to see this?
I'd love to. I
Yeah,
can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah, I really want to see this.
So
do I.
Are you guys ready in the control room, huh? Excellent. Let's do this.
All right.
Roll it.
Awesome!
We've got you now, hero man.
There is no escape!
That's what you think. Wham! Smash! Kapow! Victory is mine once again. Good triumphs over evil.
My hero.
Stop daydreaming and get back to work. Dress properly. What's with the cape, super doofus?
What is the superpower? Being a moron?
Hey, leave him alone.
I'll show all of you who's a loser.
What was that?
I've come for my cape.
So that's what a dead vampire looks like. Like to go out for a bite?
I'd love a steak.
So?
I loved it.
Oh,
Wow.
that was a great
That was
job.
good.
Yeah.
You did an excellent job editing.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's the only
amazing.
thing I hated about it.
Wow.
No, that was
job.
fantastic. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of people came together and in really interesting ways. Like I know that when I got the art from the various people, there's some people that did some interesting stuff with it. Like I actually quite like the fact that Jeff, who drew the second superhero panel, he actually did the coloring in a way that looked like coloring in like 1970s and 80s comic books with little dots.
Oh yeah.
Dots all over it.
I love
Yeah,
the
it's cool.
dots.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna do a superhero comic, it's gonna have the dots.
Yeah.
Have to have the dots.
No, I think everyone's styles really fit well. I think the transitions between the different art panels fit together really well. I think you chose the artists for the different panels,
Yeah.
didn't you? I think you chose the absolute perfect artist for each panel.
Well, thank you.
And I think that really helped put the whole story together. Yeah, that looked great.
I loved it. It looked
Yeah.
awesome. Good job.
I'm glad that you guys all liked it.
It was great. I loved it, actually.
And it was a good experience, Viola?
Excellent experience.
Yeah.
I loved it.
So I want to thank the panel for coming out and doing a great job.
You're welcome.
It was a really good job, guys, and I'm very, very pleased with it.
Thank you.
And Jeff, thank you and Cloudscape.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
That was amazing that you were able to come out and give us this inspiration.
Oh,
when you first came out, I thought, what? How are we going to do this? But then, you know what? It really did work out in the end.
Oh, yeah, no, and we had a lot of fun drawing those panels, too.
Yeah, definitely thank everybody that all those artists, because it was really, really great. And I would like to thank all the Vancouver B Movie Factory members who came out and helped do all this. They come out every week and have fun with us, so you should too. So thank you guys for doing that. And I want everybody to know that it takes teamwork to make this dream work. So all have a good night. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night. Yes, and we can still talk.
All right. That's good.
That's fine.
It's finally here. The show that you've been waiting for. The Vancouver B Movie Factory, where movie-making dreams come true. Check your local listings for airtimes.